The big winner at Wednesday's Grammy Awards was Carlos Santana, but this is what everyone was talking about. How did Jennifer Lopez keep this little number on? A barely there creation by Versace. Holly Malaya is with Mirabella Magazine. Hey, Holly, how are you?
Good morning, Katie.
Well,
I'm good.
You know, this isn't the first time we've seen this. I've been watching these award shows lately, and it seems that the fashions have gotten barer and barer, and I can't believe, I mean, Minnie Driver at the Golden Globes, for example, and they're leaving very little to the imagination. Why is this happening?
She took the Golden Globes literally, Katie. Okay, but this is the thing, you know. I mean, it's almost on a dare who can show more skin and still not get arrested. I think it's interesting because now you watch the show to see what they'll wear as opposed to who's going to win for what category, you know?
When you first saw Jennifer Lopez's dress during the Grammys, I'm assuming, were you watching?
Yes,
because I saw it the next day. What was your reaction?
I was shocked, but you know, I think that's the reaction she wanted everyone to have. Everybody's talking about the dress, and nobody's talking about who won what. And what's interesting about it, to me, is that she's such an amazing actress. She's an artist in her own right, and she's upstaging herself by what she wears.
Why do you think she did that? I mean, what was the motivation? Because she wanted everybody to be talking about her the next day?
Absolutely. And, I mean, you see it more and more, even with someone like Jennifer Aniston, with the hanky, when she arrived at the awards show, I think it was the Emmys, and you see it more and more often that these women work out and they want to show off their figures and their bodies, and everybody's getting thinner, and it's like a whole craze.
Do you think that people find it appealing who are watching? I mean, it's sort of mixed, isn't it?
It is a mixed reaction.
Say, that's disgusting and gross, and then you hear other people saying, wow, bring it on, we love that.
I know. I think it is a lot of the reason people do watch, but is it political or is it an artist expressing themselves? I mean, I have to say I love what Courtney Love wore to the Golden Globes herself because she had a sense of humor about it. I mean, she's like the Cher of the 90s, but when, and she's certainly not showing as much as Jennifer Lopez did the other night at the Grammys. This outfit stuns me, okay? Where's her mother? My mother would be like, you're not leaving the house in that dress. I have to say, just on that, Katie, really, I mean, you have to laugh.
Well, this whole thing, I guess, has created a huge controversy with teen stars like Britney Spears or Christina Aguilera wearing these incredibly revealing clothes when they're still teenagers and having all these little girls look up to them and love their music, and you wonder what kind of messages are being sent, that sex sells and that sexuality is the ultimate thing you want to exude?
Two things. Number one, it gets back to what I was saying about, is this a political issue? I mean, these people don't see themselves as politicians, and they don't want to have the responsibility of being role models. You know, they're artists, so they think they should be able to wear what they want to wear, okay? But, having said that, I think that, you know, certainly my little sister makes it part of her argument to leave the house wearing something outrageous, and whether they like it or not, they kind of are role models.
Let's see, don't we have video, you guys, of Lil Kim at the MTV Video Awards? Let's take a quick look at that. Holy Toledo now. My Lord. That is so frightening. First of all, how could anyone think that's attractive? And we also have Mariah Carey, who's sort of been wearing a lot of revealing clothes recently, and that's sort of her thing.
Oh, you know, this is the thing.
I think it's the year of the boob, isn't it? My God.
I have to say, like, to even talk about this in a serious way makes me laugh, because what it gets down to is they just look awful.
Well, the bad news is, Holly Malaya, we have turned into our mothers. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks,
Except I'm not
Katie.
sure your mom would be wearing those pants, Holly.
These are my party pants.
They're very lovely. Can we get a quick shot of Holly's pants?
My plastic pants.
Thank you. Okay, thanks, Holly. I think that one dress that now, how
but that's it. I have to say, that's absurd.
That's crazy.
But that's not that much worse than what Jennifer Lopez was wearing, frankly.
I don't know why, but I think it is.
There's a bounce factor.
I mean,
and it's a problem.
Is what it is. That's what strippers wear.
But do you all really find, honestly, these incredibly bare dresses sexy, or do you find them just so so over the top that they're almost gross.
Well, I think it's just for a reaction. They're doing it for a reaction.
Is this show seen in Orlando, where my wife is? If it is, I don't find them sexy.
Yeah, come on. Do you really?
No, I think sometimes they go way over the top. Less is more for me in terms of less revealing.
And sometimes what you don't see is the most appealing thing of all.
Imagination.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Lil Kim's not so little.
Anyway, we're not going to talk about this or show any more video. But first, your local news.